Welcome, have a nice day. Today is Monday, 21st of August 2023. On the August 21st, 1972, the Wildlife Protection Act was passed. This act was later implemented on the 9th September 1972. Laws related to wildlife have been a part of our history long before the wildlife protection. Also, World Senior Citizen Day 2023. The special occasion of World Senior Citizen Day is celebrated every year on August 21 across the globe with the great enthusiasm and joy. It is celebrated to highlight the contribution of elderly people in our lives and society. Starting the newspaper analysis with the newspaper, The Hindu states that Donald Trump threatens India with the reciprocal tax if re-elected in 2024. Republican president candidate and former President Donald Trump is facing a series of court cases and indictments. The Hindu newspaper also states that Zelensky hails a historic decision to hand F-16 fighter jets to Ukraine. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and Dutch Prime Minister Mark Rutte give a joint press conference during a visit to Eindhoven Air Base in Eindhoven on August 20, 2023. The Hindu newspaper also states that opposition members protest against short notice for meeting on bill to replace criminal laws. TMC MP Derek O'Brien at a Parliament House complex during a monsoon session in New Delhi on August 9, 2023. Going towards the Indian Express newspaper states that tortured, jailed 17 men returned to India from Libya after grueling 6 months. Relatives of several others are simply glad that their loved ones are alive and safe after their dreams of a better life abroad turned into a nightmare. Families welcomed the men outside Indira Gandhi International Airport in Delhi on Sunday. Indian Express also states that living on the edge, how reckless habitation on hilly areas in Mumbai make them prone to landslides. Standing several risks, working class residents continue living in these areas mainly because they have nowhere else to go in the expensive city. The July 19th landslide in Irishalwadi of Rega district that claimed 84 lives in July became a stark reminder of the ecological threats in the Western Ghats. According to the state disaster cells official figures, nearly 290 people died in landslide-related incidents in Mumbai between 1990 up to 2021. Indian Express also states that Russia's shadow of fleet King Gatik sinks on paper transfers all tankers to related companies. From being a marginal supplier of crude oil to India before the war in Ukraine, Russia is now New Delhi's largest source of crude, having displaced traditional heavyweights like Iraq and Saudi Arabia. Gatik ship management, of which emerged out of nowhere to become one of the largest transporters of Russian crude after the war in the Ukraine broke out, does not have a fleet of its anymore. Gatik was among the top layers of the so-called shadow fleet transporting Russian oil. Going towards the Hindustan Times newspaper states that Hurricane Hilary live updates South California in undated 1 to 10 shut and a state of emergency declared. A vehicle splash of water during the heavy rains from the Hurricane Hilary in South Los Angeles, California on the August 20, 2023. Hurricane Hilary awakened to a tropical storm on August 20, 2023 as it battled up Mexico's Pacific coast, but was still likely to be bring life-threatening flooding to the typically arid southwestern United States, forecasters said. Authorities reported at least one fatality in northwestern Mexico, where Hilary lashed the Baja California peninsula with the heavy rain and strong winds. Hurricane Hilary live updates tropical storm Hilary inundated streets across the Mexico and Baja California peninsula with deadly floodwaters and Sunday before moving over southern California, where it swamped roads and downed trees as corners mounted that the flash floods could strike in place as far north as Idaho that rarely get such a torrential rain. Hindustan Times newspaper also states that Mallikarjun Kharge plays a delicate balancing act in CWC raging before 2024 polls. The reshuffle of the Congress Working Committee (CWC) on Sunday tried to maintain a delicate balance between different pressure groups and aspirations of important leaders ahead of the important polling season that culminates in the 2024 general elections. Hindustan Times also states that Delhi police stops Hindu Sena Mahapanchayat midway, who is Yati Narsinghanandan. A Mahapanchayat organized by Hindu Sena and a few other fringe groups anneals Delhi Jantar Mantar on Sunday over the recent communal violence in Haryana Nuh was stopped by the police midway after some speakers, including Yati Narsinghanandan, allegedly delivered inflammatory speeches. The controversial head priest of Ghaziabad Dana Devi Temple. Going towards the economy of the country, onions to be made available at 25 rupees as a buffer stock of burgions. The center enhanced the buffer stock of onions from 3 lakh metric ton or to 5 lakh metric tons. Finance Commission expected to constituted by November and Finance Secretary says. TV Somnath, Finance Secretary. Farmers from flood-ravaged northern states of together in Chandigarh to press for special package compensation from center. While photo of the farmer protecting his dry paddy from rains by covering it in plastic sheets. Going towards the world news, including will slap a reciprocal tax on India tax if voted to power, says Trump. Trump says he will skip GOP presidential primary debates. North Korea test fires cruise missile from Navy ship as Kim Jong-un watches on. Tropical storm Hillary lashes California and Mexico, swamping roads and trapping cars. In Palm Springs, where rain is rare, residents brace for Hillary's downpour. Hurricane Hillary barrels towards Baja California Peninsula, southwest United States. Going towards the science and technology, Russia's Luna 25 spacecraft crashes into the moon. A picture taken from the camera of the lunar landing spacecraft Luna 25 during its flight to the moon shows the mission emblem and the bucket of the lunar manipulator complex on August 15, 2023. Indian Space Research Organization one step away from landing on the moon as lander module completed second deboost operation. An illustration showing Indian Space Research Organization Chandrayaan-3 after the orbit of landing module LM was successfully reduced to 25 km by 134 km. Data India tops artificial intelligence projects in GitHub. Artificial intelligence looking at a smart city connected with the planet through global mobile internet and phone. Artificial intelligence controls city infrastructure, data traffic, ensures safety. World communication concept. Chandrayaan-3, how NASA ESA will support ISRO during the moon landing on August 23. An illustration showing the soft landing of Chandrayaan-3 on the surface of the moon. The spacecraft is set to land on August 23, 2023 around 6 to 4 p.m. Morning digest pulses prices may spiral as a deficient rain is Mars showing Kuki tribal bodies to reimpose a blockade on NH2 and more. While pulses inflation has hardly in July, other protein sources such as milk 8.6% and a meat and a fish also reported higher inflation last month. At last, there is a famous quotation said by Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela, whose birth anniversary is 18 July 1918 up to 5 December 2013, was a South African anti-apartheid activist and a politician who served as the first president of South Africa from 1994 up to 1999. He was the country's first black head of the state and the first elected and fully representative democratic election. His government focused on dismantling the legacy of apartheid by fostering racial reconciliation. Ideologically an African nationalist and a socialist, he served as the president of the African National Congress (ANC), a party from 1991 up to 1997. Mr. Mandela says a famous quotation. He says that the greatest glory in the living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Okay, thank you.